Hey guys, it's been a while, and man, I just saw UFC Orlando. The main event was Wonderboy Thompson versus Kevin Holland. It's just an amazing fight. I loved it. One of those fights where both fighters just decide to stand and bang. They both refuse. Basically, they just both refuse to grapple. Um, Something that I suspect um, when he looks back, Kevin Holland is going to regret. But as far as us, the fans, are concerned, it's awesome when two fighters just decide to, stand up, make it a stand-up battle, and just bang, and it was just an amazing performance by both. Um, yeah, I think Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, I love watching him. He has such a beautiful style. His karate, his kickboxing. He's so smart in there. He's always thinking. He's very smart. He has great takedown defense. Um, he knows how to use it. I remember his beginnings. He was severely lacking with his takedown defense, and then he got much better. It just so happens that the game evolves, and there's very masterful grapplers out there that have beaten him several times. So he was coming back to this fight with a vengeance. I wasn't expecting the fight to be so good. I was expecting it to be good, but just it was one of those things that I don't know why exactly. In my mind, the matchup wasn't that good because I was thinking that Kevin Holland, for some reason, I was thinking that Kevin Holland was just going to use his jiu-jitsu and his takedown offense to get the win from Thompson. But to my surprise, he decided. It was very obvious he decided to stand up with Stephen Thompson, and that is admirable, but it's also a mistake, man. And the fight, Kevin Holland started strong. He was striking. He was holding his own against Stephen Thompson. Stephen Thompson always with that wonderful, that awesome footwork that he has. He tries to stay elusive. He comes in. He's fast. He's a sniper. He's a very quick striker, and he usually lands. And he was landing a lot on Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland, to his credit, like the commentators mentioned, he was taking punishment. His chin was holding up pretty good, but he was taking a lot of punishment. And towards the end of the third round, I started seeing that it wasn't a good strategy to just be taking punishment. As good as it is, as bad as it looks, to be taking shots and not give up and keep going. It looks good on camera. It's pretty awesome, but at the same time, it's not wise. You as a fighter, when you're in there, taking that punishment, that's another, your opponent, if he's a good striker like Stephen Thompson is, he's gonna take years away from your career, man. And I believe this is one of those fights where the wear and tear will take its toll on Kevin Holland, because Kevin Holland took some punishment, man. He was hit everywhere. He took a lot of good body shots. He took head shots. Stephen Thompson was landing like a sniper, like I mentioned. He was landing his jab, the right, the left. He was being wise, coming in, stepping out. There were stumbles. There was a lot of action. And Kevin Holland, he was holding his own. He was going toe to toe with Stephen Thompson, but towards the fourth round was just a big, massive switch. In the pace, it was just all wonderful, Wonder Boy. He was just he was landing. He was spinning kicks, high kicks, head kicks, putting Kevin Holland against the fence Holland looked gassed. He didn't have any more answers. He was striking at times. He was using elbows. Don't get me wrong. I'm having Kevin Holland, like I mentioned, he held his own. He landed a lot of good shots. But Stephen Thompson has been there, man. He's been in wars. He has faced the best of the best, and he's been hit hard like that before. So I wasn't surprised that he took it as something that the commentators overlook. They forgot to mention. It's one of those things that commentators don't like to actually recognize sometimes, that some of these fighters have fought hard hitters before. Yes, Kevin Holland has a heavy-handed. He had the more power, obviously, at least in the beginning, at least in the first 3 rounds. But it's just that the longer the fight went, it favored Stephen Thompson. Stephen was just very smart, circling, using his footwork, staying elusive. He looked amazing tonight. He looked amazing. He was showing off, and Kevin Holland, admirable, man. He's an oak. That guy can take a lot of punishment. But I believe when he looks back, when his corner looks back, they will regret that they did not mix it up, because a lot of these fighters, because they want to be in favor with UFC, which is good. I mean, they're your employer, but they want to be in favor. They want to be fan favorites. They just decide to do what fans want to see. And yes, that's good, but it also can be bad, because when you lose, that's when it becomes bad. When you start being in that loss column more than in the win column, that's when things starts getting shaky, And when his corner looks back, and they will regret they didn't tell him, or maybe they did and I missed it. They didn't tell him to mix it up, to use some grappling, not necessarily just turn it all into a grappling match, but not necessarily also turn it all 100% stand up, which is what happened here. And if that's as it was mentioned on TV, that's Stephen Thompson's world, man. He is the kickboxer. He is the karate master. He's been doing it a long time. He knows how to strike, how to hit you, and not be there when you want to hit him back. And he did a wonderful job, and he wore Kevin Holland out. It was just a masterful performance. The end of the 4th round, the 5th round never came to be. The corner decided to stop the fight. I believe Kevin Holland had his hand broken, maybe from blocking a lot of the high kicks from Stephen Thompson. Not sure. They're a little shady. I'm not sure with the details, but yeah, the corner decided to stop it, and I think that was pretty cool. The corner, man. I don't look down on that. I think Kevin Holland was done already, and just for him to keep taking punishment, and his corner not say anything, it would have been irresponsible. I was already thinking it. It was crossing my mind that it wouldn't be bad to stop the fight, and they did. They decided. His hand was broken. He was hurt. He was already losing. He wasn't gonna knock out Stephen Thompson. Stephen Thompson was in the groove. He was in the zone, and just one of those things, where Kevin Holland took a very a severe loss. He took a lot of punishment, and it's just one of those things. I'm still a fan. He's a great fighter, but that's how the cookie crumbles, as the saying goes. For Kevin Holland, I hope he goes back and learns from this experience, and he heals up pretty good, and then comes back stronger. I think he will. He's still young. And Stephen Thompson, man, he's still one of the top contenders, and with the right matchup, that guy could become champion. It would be so interesting to see him fight that current champion Leon Edwards, but that's not gonna happen, obviously. Stephen Thompson right now is not in the title conversation, title shot conversation. Not right now, you know. So, but maybe down the line, anything's possible in MMA. Anyways, I love this main event, and I just had to comment on it. It was the fight of the night for sure, in my opinion. Great seeing these two fighters. Thanks, guys, for listening, and keep watching. Subscribe to my channel. Please give me likes, dislikes, make some comments. I always love reading comments. Peace.